We must realize that no arsenal or no weapon in the arsenals of the world is so formidable as the will and moral courage of free men and women. It is a weapon our adversaries in today's world do not have. Let that be understood by those who practice terrorism and prey upon.
Hello, welcome everybody. Today we're going to be reviewing Call of Duty Cold War, the brand new Call of Duty, the one that comes out every single year and yet amazes us and disappoints us in many ways. And honestly, I feel like if this is basically a big bag of everything, disappointment and a lot of good things. And first off, we're going to start off with the campaign. Campaign is probably the best in the whole entire Call of Duty series. It is, I wouldn't say it's well written, but it's really good. I like how you could choose your ending. I think there was like about 7 different endings in the game. I have only done one, and I plan to do them later on. But honestly, that's already a big plus side to this campaign. It is the best Call of Duty campaign in all of Call of Duty history. And now to get into the gameplay is fine. It's just Call of Duty. It's the same thing. The only new thing they added here was the body shield, or the meat shield, as it's been stated in other games, Gears of War. I think it's pretty cool, but I just don't see it being used that often unless you're just trying to have fun, or if there's some achievement for it, which, it's there. It's pretty cool. It's a nice little addition. It would have been awesome if you would have been able to do that in multiplayer, though, which you can't. Anyways, in this campaign, there's not that many on-rails turret sections, and if there is, they're very, very short, and it's not even too difficult, really. I could remember at least 2 or 3, and your one is in a helicopter. You're just gunning down people, and that experience of being in the on-rails section is cut very short, maybe 10-15 seconds, and then you're back on the ground, and then you have to go back in the helicopter, and now you're thinking, well, another on-rails turret section. No, this time you actually get to control the helicopter, and you basically have free reign over the little alley you have access to. It's really cool. I really like it. That's one of my favorite parts of the campaign, where you get to control the helicopter. And as soon as you're done with that, you go to a small on-rails turret section, which is only 10 seconds long at most, maybe another 15. And the only twist to this is that you're upside down. You're upside down, and the whole entire helicopter is upside down. It really just doesn't ruin immersion, and it's all done really swiftly. It doesn't sit there like a stinking fart. It stays there, and then it goes away, and then you forget about it, unless if it was really stinky, which it isn't. Okay, this mission with the helicopter and all that is really good. And if Call of Duty was to implement this style of on-rails turret section, but it's really fast, and then you get to control it later on, perfect. That's already a big plus side in this campaign. And another plus side is, actually one of the best reasons why this campaign is so good, is because of how many options you have to go around things. This one mission, you're in KGB headquarters. I can't remember what it's called, but you have like 5 different ways, maybe even 7 different ways of tackling one objective, getting into this bunker. Like, you have to interrogate somebody, and he doesn't want to talk, so you have to bribe him or something. You have to bribe a guard to get you down. You have to frame somebody, frame your general or something, kill your general. There's so many different ways. It's just great. It is a great mission. That's probably the ones that will stand out the most. That's the second standout, I would say. And I think the best mission is the last one. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's really cool, even though you kind of get hints of, if you pay attention and if you get the hints, you're going to be like, okay, yeah, I saw this coming a long time ago. But I really do think the last mission is probably the best in all COD series. And one new thing that they added other than the meat shield or the body shield, whatever it's called, is side missions. Side missions are a thing now. Hopefully, will always be a thing in Call of Duty. They made these side missions as a puzzle. You have to get the evidence in the campaign, and then as you get the evidence, once you collect them all, you get to decipher it. It's like a little code, and they're not real big brain teasers, except one of them. It kind of got me a little bit. I was there for maybe 15-20 minutes just trying to figure it out, and I eventually did. But it was somewhat simple, really. Once you really know what to do, it's very simple. And honestly, I feel like if it's pretty good reward, you get a cool achievement, some gamer score, and yeah, it's pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie, and I really like that they added the side missions. They really add more depth into it, and I think you get a different ending. That's what I think. I think you just get a different ending, and which is really cool. Indeed, it's very cool. And I think that wraps up for the campaign. So campaign is probably the biggest highlight. So if you get this game, you are going to have to play the campaign. The campaign is just perfect. It's awesome. Now, moving on to multiplayer, I'm not that happy about it. But there's so many things that I like and dislike, like I said. And I feel like if this multiplayer just takes a step back from Modern Warfare 2019. So I'm going to name off some of the cons that I really, really dislike from the game. So first off, there's like 6 to 8 maps. That's very, very, very boring, really fast. I've been playing for about 2 weeks. At the beginning, I didn't like it. Now I just got used to it, but now it's not even really getting used to it. It's just going brain dead mode, just trying to get around the map, trying to find a better angle. And people are just slaying on it just because of how much you got to memorize the map and whatever. And so 6 to 8 maps is very boring. But if you think about it, think about how many maps were in the beta. It was Cartel, the Crossroads, the Armada, Moscow, Miami. 5 maps. So they only introduced like 3 new maps into the actual full build of the game. Why? Why would you do that? I don't know why. I think they just forgot that they have to make at least more than 6 to 8 maps. And 2 of them are straight cutouts. The Armada Strike, and it's called, I don't even know, it's just Armada, that's how I remember it. It's just the middle boat. It's very simple. It's not bad. It's just cut out and with some extra walls or something. And you have the Crossroads map, Crossroads Strike, I think it's what it's called. It's just 2 buildings, really, and really small. It's really fast paced, I would say. It's probably one of my favorites. And I would say that's just a con to this multiplayer. There's just too little to talk about, really. And second thing is the attachments. The gunsmith is back, which is great. I honestly love the attachments, the gunsmith. It's a really cool idea. Modern Warfare brought it up, but it just feels like if they're piggybacking off of it, and they're just like, okay, people really dislike the cons, so we're gonna try to make everything as good as it can be. So like the first level of everything, like muzzle, body, whatever, you have 0 cons whatsoever. Like you don't have any cons to it, to the ADS speed, movement speed, or whatever. And also the sights, like your holographic or whatever, they have no cons to them whatsoever. So you could put that on if you want. It's just really the matter of having space for that. And I think another big thing that I really, really hate, so this is number 3, is the score streak system. It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. It just doesn't feel rewarding, You could probably get a 5 kill streak. You get a spy plane. You get another kill streak, or a 5 kill streak, let's just say. Your next life, you don't have a spy plane anymore because it has to go on cooldown. So you might have the 2nd kill streak option, maybe the 3rd, who knows, but it's just not very rewarding, I would say. It just feels very bland and boring. If anything, I would have been fine with the regular score streak system. You get 400 points for a UAV, so many points for this, and they reset every time you die. I think that's an okay way to do it, but now it just seems like if they wanted to try to be different, they wanted to be different, and I just think that this is horrible. This is just a bad system. I dislike it a lot. It's probably the worst in the whole entire series. I'm not saying that Modern Warfare 2019 had the best kill streaks. I think it did not require too much. What's it called? It did not require that much teamwork. It supported a very campy life and just gameplay, and I just felt like if it wasn't that great. Okay, now to the pros of the game. I feel like the maps are good. The maps are really good. They are 3 lanes, but they're not just limiting you to it. You could jump on top of the buses in Moscow, which, if you remember in World War II, you couldn't even jump on top of a bicycle. You couldn't even get on a bicycle. You couldn't even get on the bus. It was really ridiculous. You probably couldn't even jump through a window in World War II. Anyways, you could actually jump on top of stuff. They brought back the Modern Warfare 2019 style of geometry, I would say. You have the middle, which is basically like the best thing, and it's where B is going to be at, of course. And then you could jump on top of a bench now. You can jump on top of this bus, like I said. And this carries on throughout all the multiplayer maps, and it's really, really great. It's really good. The guns are okay. Actually, thinking about that, there's a con. I only counted 29 guns. In Modern Warfare, they had upwards of 30 guns, which is insane. It is absolutely insane. So I feel like if there's too little guns, but at the same time it is a Cold War oriented, so there probably wasn't that many guns. So that's why I didn't really list it as a con, because it just probably wasn't possible at the time. And more pros to this multiplayer, I think that's it. It's kind of fun. It's a little bit more fast paced, a lot more than Modern Warfare 2019, which is pretty good. If you loved Modern Warfare 2019, you probably won't like this at the very beginning until you get used to it, and then once you get used to it, you'll probably get into the groove of it. I really hated this game the very first week it was out, and now I actually kind of enjoy it. It's pretty fun now. You just go around, kill people, and all that. Another cool thing are the camo challenges, of course. There's a lot less. There's only like 35, and I think in Modern Warfare there was like 50 maybe. I don't even know. There was a lot. But now they're pretty good, except some don't make sense. I get 50 kills, kill 50 enemies behind cover. Yeah, that's kind of weird. 75 kills by enemies detected by UAVs, equipment, or whatever. That's kind of odd. I'm not gonna lie, it's very odd, very weird. But still, I stand by it, and it's pretty cool. It's challenging. That's what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be challenging, and I think it fulfills its duty. Okay, actually thinking about it, there's actually quite a few other cons. My game keeps freezing, and it would actually shut down my Xbox. It actually just turn off my Xbox. My Xbox would just shut down out of nowhere. This happened around 3 or 4 times, and it was very, very annoying. But hopefully it gets better. But in reality, it's not too much of a problem for me. It's just really getting back into the game, which takes forever, and so on. And zombies is our last focus, and it's good. Zombies is good. And there's a few things that I dislike, but I agree with at the same time. For example, the pack-a-punch, you don't have the little animation of you getting your gun sucked in, cracking your knuckles or whatever. It just gets sucked, or you just get on a sub-menu, press A, and you're good, which is cool. You're in and out really fast instead of being defenseless for like 5-10 seconds or whatever it is. I think that's really cool. I think it supports the gameplay. One thing that I dislike is you don't get points for every bullet you hit on a zombie. Now it's by kill. So this is going to encourage a lot more kill stealing in zombies, which I really, really hate. It's a bad decision that they made. Something cool that I think that they did was the salvage. You get to build body armor. You have different levels of body armor. Oh, you also have different levels of pack-a-punch, which is pretty cool. I've only pack-a-punched once to the first level, and it's pretty strong, really strong. The mystery box now has different rarities. Think of it as Warzone. When you get a blue, you get 3 attachments, or you get a orange legendary, you get 5 attachments or something, or you get a common with maybe 1 or 0. I really don't know. I think that's pretty cool. I don't think it's very good. It's like, just pretend you're in round 15. I was like in round 17 or something, and I didn't get that much good stuff. I got a bunch of blues and maybe 1 yellow, and it was a really bad yellow or legendary. Another cool thing, you could pick up semtexes, throwing axes, and stuff like that off the ground. It's basically Infinite Warfare zombies all over again. Cool idea. I really like it. It wasn't bad in Infinite Warfare. It's not bad now. Pretty cool. I think one big thing that I absolutely hate, is their Treyarch's unwillingness to go forward and make a brand new set of maps. They had to bring back Nocturne on Totem. This is like the 4th or 5th remake that they've done of it, and I just think it's silly. Forget about these people, forget about Maxis and all them, because Samantha Maxis, or whatever her name is back again, and it's just baffling because Black Ops 4 tied it up with a bow. Might not be the prettiest bow, but now we're back here again, and I think it's really stupid. But that's just small things, I guess. They did change up the map, but you have the same map again in Revelation, so it's really nothing new, to be honest. And then you have it again in Black Ops 1 if you get the DLC, and then of course World at War. So really it's bigger map, larger areas, which is really good, so you could train and stuff like that. Pretty cool. I'll give it to it. It's pretty cool. I just think that they have to move on. One thing that I dislike the most out of the zombies is that you don't have a set of characters. You have the operators from the multiplayer, which is honestly, it's dumb. These people, they only say things when you get a kill or whatever, like bushwhacked, or dead meat down, or dead body back again, or whatever. It doesn't even matter. It's just kind of boring. You cannot physically attach yourself to these people like you did with Richtofen, Nikolai, Dempsey, and Takeo. These people had their own stories, their own backlines, and everything. It was great. They had lots of good lore and story to them that you kind of felt bad for. For example, Nikolai, his wife died in the bombings. Also, I think his daughter or something, and he says that, and Dempsey, he lost friends and became a Marine. And you have the super pompous and very proud Richtofen that thinks he's a god. You don't have the same feeling with these characters. It's kind of bland, I would say, and kind of very boring, really. And in reality, I think that's it. That's really it with all this. So this new meter system called the Sped-ometer is my own unique way of measuring games or movies or whatever I will be reviewing. And this is going to go on, of course, quality, how I liked it, how I feel about the game, if it's good or not. And I'm going to plug them all in, and I'll do it one by one. That's how I'll do it. So campaign, if Call of Duty came out with just this campaign for like $30 to $40, it would be great. 100%. I'd give it 100% how good it was. Maybe not lengthwise. I would probably give it a 95 just because of how short it is. So 95 for campaign. Great campaign. Multiplayer, if we're going to plug that in, I think it's going to go all the way down to a 70. It's going to go down 15 points less. The there's just not many there's just no improvements. I just have no words to say that there's just no improvements. It's a Treyarch improvement, better maps, because Black Ops 4 was a pile of trash, but there's really no Call of Duty improvement. It's just Treyarch improvement, really. Like, there's no more doors and no more stuff like Modern Warfare 2019. So in reality, this is just a Treyarch improvement, developer improvement, not a Call of Duty improvement. And then we'll move on to Zombies. Zombies is pretty fun. It's good. I just hate that there's no characters that you could get set with and feel attached to and feel good, or feel sorry for them. So I'll bring that up to 80, 10 points, So Sped-ometer says 80 points. 80 points I feel like is really good. So like I said, great campaign, iffy multiplayer, not really an improvement, but not really a downgrade. It's just the same thing, just like a DLC repackaged skin or whatever from Modern Warfare 2019 to now. So no real improvement. Like I said, it's just a development improvement. And then Zombies, it's pretty fun. It's really fun. I like that you could also have loadouts, which I forgot to add in. It's pretty cool. It really suits the people that are not good at zombies. They could come in brand new and just they could feel good and they could just hop in and have fun. I think that's really cool. But that's about it. 80%. Not bad, not good. It's okay. And that's about it. And I'll try to put out more of these speedometers on games that I eventually play, whether they're brand new games or games that are 10 years old, 8 years old. It doesn't matter. I'm going to try to be streaming many games so you could hop in. I really don't have a steady schedule or anything. I just stream whenever I have a chance to. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks if you listened. And if you don't, that's okay. If you don't agree with me, why don't you agree with me? Let's, tell me in the comments. I would really love to know what you liked and what you didn't like. If you think that I said something wrong that you have a counter argument to, I would love to hear it. Constructive criticism. And also tell me what you think about the speedometer. Brand new system, never before seen or heard of. Anyways, thank you all very much. Share with your friends. You don't have to donate on Twitch when I stream. You don't have to donate or subscribe. You could just follow, and that's just fine. But anyways, thank you very much, and see you on the next speedometer or the next video.